Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a wise king named Trevor and his beautiful queen, Helia. King Trevor was loved by all his people because he was kind, fair, and always listened carefully. But Queen Helia was greatly disliked. She was known throughout the kingdom for being extremely impatient. One morning, a young maid was carefully braiding the queen's long hair. The style was intricate and took time. "You're taking too long," Queen Helia snapped suddenly. "Hurry up!" "I'm sorry, Your Highness," the maid said nervously. "This hairstyle is quite complex. I'm doing my best." "How dare you talk back to me?" the queen shouted, her face red with anger. "You are fired. Leave the palace at once." The maid ran out in tears. King Trevor heard the noise and hurried into the room. "Helia, my dear, why did you do that?" he asked gently. "She was trying so hard." "She wasn't quick enough," the queen replied sharply. "Things must be done fast." "You need to learn patience, love," the king said softly, taking her hand. "Good things often take time." The queen's impatience caused many problems in the palace. Servants were scared of her outbursts, and the king often had to calm everyone down and fix the damage. One day, after a long meeting with the kingdom's ministers, the queen complained loudly. "You shouldn't have spoken to the ministers like that," King Trevor said. "They looked upset. They were so slow," she said. "They drag their words forever. They need to speak faster." "If they spoke any faster, no one would understand them," the king chuckled. To cheer her up, he handed her a large bouquet of fresh flowers. "Here, Helia, I brought something I know you love, beautiful white lilies." "Oh, they are my favorite," the queen said, her anger fading as she smelled the sweet flowers. But deep inside, King Trevor worried about his wife. He loved her very much, but her impatience seemed to grow worse every year. One sunny afternoon, the king went for a long walk in the royal forest to think. "I don't understand it," he said to himself. "Before we married, Helia was much kinder and sweeter. Yes, she was always a bit impatient, but never this mean. It started getting worse right after she became queen. Why?" As he walked near a quiet stream, he heard a soft crying sound. "What's that?" he whispered. There, floating gently in a basket among the reeds, was a tiny baby girl. Tied to the basket was a note. "Please take care of my baby. I cannot." "Oh, you poor little thing," the king said, lifting the basket carefully. "Don't worry, I'll take you home." When he returned to the palace carrying the basket, Queen Helia was waiting impatiently. "Where have you been, Trevor?" she demanded. "You've been gone for ages." "It's only been a short while," he replied calmly. Then she saw the baby. "A baby? Floating in the stream? Are you serious?" "Yes, and look, there's a note asking us to care for her." The royal couple was baffled. They had no children of their own, and this seemed like a gift from fate. King Trevor instantly fell in love with the child. "We will raise her as our own," he decided. "Her name shall be Leanne." Queen Helia agreed, though she wondered about the mysterious note. Leanne grew up in the palace surrounded by love, especially from the king. She became a warm, gentle, and kind young woman. Everyone adored her, except perhaps the queen, who sometimes found Leanne's slow, thoughtful ways annoying. One day, Leanne helped an old servant who had tripped in the hall. "Oh dear, are you all right?" she asked, helping him up. "Yes, thank you, Princess Leanne," he replied gratefully. "You are always so kind." In a hidden part of the palace, locked in a forbidden tower, there was a legendary crown. Legend said it would glow with magical light and grant great wisdom and powers only to someone truly worthy, someone patient, kind, and pure of heart. For many years, it had sat dull and dark. This frustrated Queen Helia greatly. She often complained about it. One curious day, Leanne explored the old parts of the palace. She climbed dusty stairs to the forbidden tower. "Wow, this place hasn't been cleaned in years," she said, coughing from the dust. At the top, behind a heavy door, she found a room with a pedestal. On it sat the ancient crown. As Leanne stepped closer, curious but cautious, the crown suddenly began to glow with a soft, golden light. "Oh!" she gasped, mesmerized. But she was too afraid to touch it. "I must tell father and mother." She ran downstairs. "Father! Mother! You won't believe it. I went to the forbidden tower, and the crown is glowing." "Leanne, I have told you many times to stay away from there," the king said sternly, but his eyes lit up. "It glowed? Truly?" "Yes, it started shining when I got close." The The king was overjoyed. "This is wonderful news. It means you are worthy, my dear." "I don't understand," Leanne said. "You will when you're a little older," he promised with a smile. But Queen Helia stood silently, her face dark with anger and jealousy. That very night, under the cover of darkness, the queen sneaked out of the palace. She went to a hidden cottage in the dark woods where a wicked witch lived, a witch she had secretly visited before. The witch cackled when she saw her. "I know why you have come, Queen Helia. The legendary crown has finally glowed, for the girl, not for you." "Yes," the queen admitted bitterly. "Do not worry, my dear," the witch said slyly. "I have prepared something special. This magic ring. Slip it onto your husband's finger. Its spell will make him hate Leanne. He will find everything she does annoying and wrong. It will ruin her in his eyes." The queen took the ring and returned to the palace. The next morning, while the king slept, she quietly placed the ring on his finger. When he woke, he smiled. "What is this lovely ring?" "Just a small gift from me, my love," she said sweetly. Later that day, Leanne approached her parents happily. "Father, mother," the king suddenly winced, as if her voice hurt his ears. The magic had begun. Leanne, not noticing, said softly, "I baked a cake today. Would you like to taste it, father?" He took a bite and grimaced. "This is awful, so salty and bitter. How could you serve me something like this?" Leanne looked hurt. "But I tasted it. It's sweet and delicious." The queen tried a piece. "It tastes fine to me." But the ring's magic twisted everything Leanne made or gave to the king. Gifts seemed broken, food tasted bad, her words sounded rude. Day by day, the king grew to dislike her more. Soon, Leanne felt lonely. The queen ignored her, and the king scolded her often. She spent much time alone. "They must be stressed from ruling the kingdom," she thought kindly. "I'll give them space until they feel better." One quiet evening, Leanne returned to the tower room. "You are such a pretty crown," she said. "I wonder what you would look like on my head." Curiously, she placed it gently on herself. Suddenly, a warm voice spoke from the crown. "Who approaches me?" "I am Leanne. I am the spirit of the legendary crown. I grant knowledge and truth to the worthy. What do you wish to know?" "Why have my parents been acting so strange lately? Father seems to hate me now." The crown explained everything. The witch's long ago spell on Helia, using her impatience to control her. The magic ring on the king. The witch's plan to gain the crown's power through the queen to rule the kingdom. "No, father doesn't really hate me. The ring forces him to. And your mother, Queen Helia, is not truly evil. The witch exploited her weakness, impatience. Helia was once kind, but the spell made it worse over the years. The witch wants my power," the crown continued, "but I am too strong for her directly. So she controls Helia, hoping to use her. How can we break the spell on mother? Only the queen herself can break it, by truly learning patience from her heart." Leanne thought deeply. Then she smiled. "Mother loves lilies more than anything. If she has to grow and care for them herself, she will learn to wait and be patient. That might break the spell." "How will you make her do that?" "With your help," Leanne said. Using the crown's magic, Leanne created a magnificent garden outside the palace windows, filled with rare pink lilies in bud. Later, Queen Helia walked by and stopped in amazement. "These lilies are perfect. Gardeners, come at once. Tend to this garden every day." But the palace gardeners secretly disliked the queen's harsh ways. They did a poor job on purpose, forgetting to water, letting weeds grow. When the queen checked a few days later, many buds were wilting. She exploded in rage. "You useless fools! If you cannot care for my lilies properly, I will do it myself. No one else is allowed in this garden." From that day, Queen Helia worked in the garden daily. She watered, weeded, and watched the plants carefully. It was hard at first. Some days, flowers were slow to grow. The witch even sent dark magic to make her angry and give up. But Helia's love for the lilies was stronger. She waited patiently for buds to open, for leaves to strengthen. Slowly, her heart changed. Patience with the flowers spread to people. One day in the kitchen, a cook said nervously, "Your Highness, the new soup you requested will take extra time to prepare properly." The queen smiled calmly. "That's all right. Take whatever time you need. I want it done right." The servants whispered in surprise. "The queen is changing." Soon, everyone warmed to her. She listened more, shouted less. One peaceful afternoon, Leanne joined her mother in the garden. "The lilies are looking healthy," Leanne said. "Yes," the queen replied softly. "They will bloom when they are ready. I can wait. Good things take time." Suddenly, the queen felt dizzy and fainted. "Mother," Leanne cried, "Crown, what is happening?" In her mind, the crown answered, "The spell is broken. She has learned true patience. She will be well now." The next morning, Queen Helia woke refreshed and clear-headed. Memories of the witch flooded back. Without a word, she went to the king and removed the magic ring from his finger. Instantly, the spell on him lifted. He remembered his cruel behavior. "Oh, Helia, Leanne, how could I have treated our dear daughter that way? I wasn't myself." "Don't blame yourself," the queen said, hugging him. "It was dark magic, but it's over now." Leanne brought the glowing crown and placed it gently on Helia's head. It shone even brighter. "Both of you are worthy now," the king said proudly. But the queen shook her head. "No, Leanne deserves it most. Her kindness and patience saved us all." The kingdom rejoiced. Queen Helia became known as the most patient and beloved ruler. King Trevor banished the wicked witch forever. Leanne continued to spread kindness, teaching everyone. Patience is a treasure. It brings peace, understanding, and great change when we learn to value time and each other. And so, the royal family lived happily in a kingdom filled with love and beautiful blooming lilies. The end.